It's the US shopping craze now firmly established in the British retail calendar. Black Friday offers retailer discounts on products ranging from electrical goods, clothing, footwear to furniture in the lead up to Christmas Day, a month today. Initial reports suggest spending is up on last year, though some retailers say it's not a profitable event and so they're not taking part. Our correspondent Emma Simpson reports.
Black Friday in America today, and the usual bun fight over bargains. We had our own Black Friday brawls 2 years ago after importing this phenomenon, but not anymore. Trafford Tesco at 5 a.m. The few that did turn up knew what they wanted.
Yes, I got a lovely TV, I'm very happy.
Instead, millions of us went online.
It's much easier just to sit down with your laptop rather than having to get up and go out. I feel lazy.
Erin from Watford, bagging a bargain at breakfast. These early hours saw a huge spike in sales as people also shopped on the move.
I reckon I spend more money because it's more tempting when you see how much money you're saving.
Her order is being processed here at Argos, along with a few others. In fact, they reckon today will be their biggest sales day ever. Overall, it's predicted that more than £1.2 billion will be spent on UK online sales alone by the end of today, a rise of 16% on last year. That's £15,000 a second. Could we be splurging now for fear of price hikes next year, thanks to the fall in the pound after the Brexit vote? The boss here thinks it's less complicated.
I think consumers have had a tough year, actually. They've had a tough couple of years. And I think what we always see this time of year is customers do love Christmas. They do like to treat themselves at Christmas. They do like to have a good Christmas. And I think that's what we're seeing reflected.
Here's a flavour of the top sellers, electrical goods and toys driving sales. But retailers have to sell a lot of this stuff during Black Friday to make any money. It's been hard going for retailers all year with profits under pressure, but the boss of this chain thinks all this discounting is bad for the industry, and he's not joining in.
We like to create beautiful products that people enjoy. We like everyone to have an amazing Christmas. And this idea that it gets commoditised by discount, the idea that it's not really worth what it was in the first place, the idea that customers trying to work out if something they bought last week is at the right price or the wrong price, it just devalues everything.
Like it or loathe it, Black Friday has changed the way we shop before Christmas. An extraordinary shift in just a few years. Emma Simpson, BBC News.
Paul Thomas is a retail consultant and a former store manager for Asda, one of the retailers who decided not to take part in Black Friday this year. He joins us via webcam now from Rochester. Paul, thank you very much for joining us. What have you bought today on Black Friday?
We've got a few bargains for Christmas. My wife was out early with my daughter. She had a day off school today. I think it's a teacher training day. It may have been a teacher shopping day, not too sure. But yeah, they got a few bargains this morning, so that should be good.
Oh, you're so cynical. Paul, tell us, what's your advice then to retail stores if they're toying with the idea of Black Friday? When should they and shouldn't they take part?
Well, if they plan to take part from early part of the year, they would have potentially bought stock for that. So they've got the stock ready to go, and clearly it's part of their strategy to get through and increase their trade and their sales for the year. If they weren't planning to take part, and certainly what we've seen in fashion this year with a much more milder autumn and into the early part of the winter, they've sat on quite a lot of fashion outer garments which they need to clear. So they'd be probably tempted to join in Black Friday to start to clear some of that through to make way when they head into the sale. They've achieved the right level of sell-through, so the throughput of clothing before they hit the main sale in Boxing Day. And also, obviously, it kick-starts the trading season for Christmas too.
If people are spending £15,000 per second, why would a company decide not to take part?
Well, clearly, as one of the previous speakers said, it does affect the margin. So it's going to be a big impact on the margin for the products. Unfortunately, if you're not in it, though, you do miss out. And the fear has grown over these last couple of years that if you're not using Black Friday to your advantage, you're handing your customers to your competitors.
What's it going to be like next year, though? Because we're all hearing that 2017 is going to be more expensive all round.
Yes, that's the predictions. Clearly, with the change in currency and the fluctuations there, the goods that people are buying today and this weekend will have been purchased a year, possibly 18 months ago, at that set currency rate. So for next year, as they're starting to buy products now for next Christmas time and next Black Friday, potentially the retailer will be paying a higher cost price. So unless they can find another way of reducing costs, be it through distribution or other channels, they're probably going to have to pass most of that on to the consumer, and therefore we'd see your prices rise. We still expect to see a similar level of discount as a percentage, but clearly you'll be coming from potentially a higher base.
I can't compute the idea of next Christmas. Paul Thomas, retail consultant, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, in some parts of central London, it's also Blackout Friday. Parts of the city's West End has been plunged into darkness because of a power outage. Piccadilly Circus was unrecognisable as its iconic advertising billboards flickered out. Several areas that are popular with tourists, Soho, Chinatown and London's Theatre District, have also been affected. UK Power say they hope to have the power restored as soon as possible.